back again for Unit 5. Can you believe it? We're already in our 5th unit. So filling out the units of study in the front of your notebook. You are starting Unit 5 today. It is decimal word problems this time. And yay! We can use a calculator for this unit. This is your first calculator unit. So make sure you copy that into your units of study in the front and then turn in the back of your notebook until you start to run into an empty page. Once you reach that empty page, your spirals down the middle. You're going to want to fill in on the right-hand side, Unit 5, decimal word problems, and don't forget to put that little fold in the corner so that you can easily find Unit 5. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going just to review those steps for solving word problems. And remember that you can use your keywords from Unit 4. So if you want to turn back in your notebook to find those keywords and put a post-it on them, I highly recommend that. That way they're very easy to find. So, steps to solving the word problem, you're going to read the problem. Read. Read it a second time, read it a third time if you need to. You can circle the numbers, and I recommend doing that in a different color. Highlight the operation words using a highlighter. You're going to set up the problem, solve the problem, and label your answer. Now, like I said, you're going to be able to use a calculator for this unit, which is awesome. And I'll show you how to find it in a second. But you still need to write down on your paper what steps you're doing to put your numbers into the calculator. All right, that way you can look back on it. And that way if I need to see your work, you know what you're up to. Remember, the calculator is not going to save all your work for you. So make sure that you're practicing at least writing that down. Write down what am I going to type in the calculator and then go to it. So we are going to use the Virginia Desmos calculator. So if you just type Virginia Desmos calculator into the Google search bar, you'll find it. It looks like this, and it should have that little Virginia logo in the corner. Virginia word, I guess. It's not really a logo. But I recommend you bookmark this. You can just click the little star. It'll bring up the bookmark place. You can choose where you want it. You can put it on the bookmarks bar, and then mine shows up right there. If you don't want to name it that, you can name it calculator. You don't even have to put a name on it if you don't want to. You can see some of my icons don't even have names on them. But that is how you're going to get to the calculator that you can use for this unit. So going back to our notes, make sure you have the steps written in, and then we can go and start solving some problems. We have 4 to go through. So looking at example number 1, make sure you pause the video very quickly. Write down the problem, and then we can chat about it. So Trevor spent $2.50 for pizza, $1.75 for French fries, and $1.25 for cookies. How much did he spend for lunch? Okay, I'm going to read it again because it says read as my steps. Trevor spent $2.50 for pizza, $1.75 for French fries, and $1.25 for cookies. How much did he spend for lunch? So next step is to circle my numbers. So I'm going to circle my numbers that are in the problem. And the question that's being asked, or the operation words, I'm going to highlight. So if I look at the last sentence, especially where there's that question mark, it says, how much did he spend? And I could also see that as, how much did he spend? You can add in that word altogether. So you can add that altogether word in there. That means I'm just going to add them. So this is an addition problem. So I'm going to write in my notebook first what I'm going to add. So I'm going to take $2.50 plus $1.75 plus $1.25. And I'm going to see what that equals. So I have $2.50 plus $1.75 plus $1.25. I'm going to go to the calculator and I can just type it in. So you have $2.50 plus $1.75 plus $1.25. and then your answer shows up over in the edge. So my answer for that one is 5.5. Now I have to remember these are money amounts. So I can't just write 5.5. I have to make it money. My last step is to label. So there's the dollar sign, 5.5. Now remember, money has decimal place value. It's out of 100. Think there's 100 pennies in a dollar. So this actually has to be $5.50 is what everyone is going to pay for lunch. So that's the example for number 1. Go ahead and look at example number 2, copy it into your notebook. In January, it snowed 33.02 centimeters. In December, it snowed 12.7 centimeters. How much more did it snow in January than December? I'll read it again. In January, it snowed 33.02 centimeters. In December, it snowed 12.7 centimeters. How much more did it snow in January than December? So first step, I'm going to circle my numbers. So there's the first one, there's my second one. Now I need to do keywords. And if I look down where the question mark is and I look at that sentence, it says, how much more did it snow? And then I need to pay attention to the order, January to December. So how much more? If I look back at my keywords, how much more tells me that I'm going to be doing some subtraction. And it's important to pay attention to the order. So when they want you to subtract, they want January, oops, not 5. January versus December. So I need to make sure I put January 1st and December 2nd. January was 33.02 minus December, which was 12.7. So January minus December. So 3302 minus 12.7. Going back to the calculator, I can just hit this blue enter button and it'll give me a new line. Sorry, that keeps popping up. So I get 33.02 minus 12.7. I'm going to hit, I don't even have to put equals because it already puts my answer out to the side. And I get 20.32. So if I come back to my notes, I get 20.32, and I need to label as my last step. So I get centimeters for that one. 20.32 centimeters. Okay, let's look at example number 3. Pausing, writing that one down. 5 friends went to the movies. The total bill came to $56.85. If they split the bill evenly, how much will each person pay? Let's read that again. 5 friends went to the movies. The total bill came to $56.85. If they split the bill evenly, how much will each person pay? So first step, I'm going to circle my numbers. Second step is I need to look at keywords. And if I'm looking at my keywords and I find where the question is, it says if they split the bill. So my keyword there is split. And if you look back at your keywords from Unit 4, split tells you an operation of division. So I'm going to actually divide this problem. Now the question I have for this problem is I have 2 options of how to solve it. So am I going to take my friends and divide them into money, or am I going to take my money and divide it amongst the friends? Because that's 2 very, very different things. I'm either cutting up people, which could get messy, or I'm cutting up money. In this problem, I'm cutting up the money into the friends. So I'm dividing out the money into the friends. So I'm not cutting up people. I'm taking money divided by friends. So I'm going to take that $56.85 and divide it by those 5 people. So $56.85 divided by 5 people. And you can go back to the calculator and just hit enter. $56.85 divided by 5. And you can see in Desmos that fraction bar. We've been talking about how the fraction bar means division. In Desmos, it uses a fraction bar for division. How awesome is that? So a fraction is division. So if I divide those, I get $11.37. So coming back to our notes, we can document that. Remember to put the dollar sign. $11.37 should be our answer for this problem. That's how much every single person will pay when they go to dinner. Or not, to the movies. Okay, last one. Copy this one into your notebook. A package weighs 2.6 pounds. How much will 8 of the same package weigh? The package weighs 2.6 pounds. How much will 8 of the same package weigh? All right, I'm going to circle my numbers, highlight, and look for keywords. So a package weighs 2.6 pounds. How much will 8 of the same package weigh? So for this one, I'm saying how much will 8? Because I know that this is one package. And I need to change it into the 8 packages. So for this problem, it's going to be multiplication, because I'm going to take one package and add it together 8 times. But instead of adding it 8 times, I can just multiply it. So I'm going to do 2.6 times, or let's use a dot, times 8, and just plug that into my calculator. Because I can do 2.6 8 times, adding it together, or I can just do 2.6 times 8, coming to the calculator, just hit enter. So I get 2.6 times, times 8, and I get 20.8. So you get 20.8 pounds is how much that's going to weigh. And the trouble that I'm having with my Desmos calculator, you will not have unless you're using the touchscreen. I'm writing my video on the touchscreen of my computer, which is why it's trying to bring up that writing screen. But usually with Desmos, it just lets you poke all the numbers in. But if you have any questions, let me know, let your teacher know. Make sure you go and you're using those keywords from last unit so you can use those for assistance. And I hope you have a wonderful day.